Okay, so today we're talking about parenting. That wonderful thing called
Well, we are talking about parenting. I'm interviewing them.
If you want to hear more about parenting, join us for this one. Alright, you see, first thing, ladies, let me just say this. Because me don't know who tell you no say that's something easy to do. Who told you that being a parent is easy to do? It's a lie. No, but seriously, guys, today, the other day I was saying to Nahesha that, listen, I don't know, me not even make for that something here. I told you guys that I have a son, right? And me have one. I said a son. One. One. And sometimes it's like I just want to tear out my ear. Like from Haye-Gordon was born, me not get a good night's sleep.
Don't blame it on the child.
Yeah, me know me have sleep issues, but to be fair, I feel like it start when me pregnant with him. So where you say? Listen, my child is Markio, don't get me wrong, I love my pitney, but my child is one of those children that he is very attached to mommy. And so from inside the womb, although I didn't know that it would have been so bad, he was just stuck on me. He wanted his own way, he wanted me for himself. I couldn't do certain things from I was pregnant and up to today's day, he's 3 years old and I still can't do certain things. I feel like I'm living my life now for this child. And I still, after him being 3 years old, still don't know how to fully balance, being a mommy and being an individual. He is just so much, he wants all my attention, especially now that he's able to talk and express himself. And right now we are in the phase where we are fighting because everything is my fault. It doesn't matter what happens, it's your fault. And he does this. And I'm not playing with you. No, what do I do in a situation like that? Lisa.
The expert is here.
Wow. Let us say, this is Lisa, and she is a mommy of two boys.
So the expert is here.
She's gonna tell me.
Oh my Lord.
Some of her, because no. Lisa, talk to me.
Alright, so hi guys.
Whenever I introduce Lisa, oh my God.
It's fine. I wish I could consider myself an expert. I'm like so far from that, and Nataki. The first thing I would say to you is just breathe, and sometimes you just have to take yourself away from Haye-Gordon, whatever situation you both are in. Just take yourself away until you're cool, calm, collected, right? And then you can go back and have discussions with him. Yes, because I'm still learning. My boys are 9 and 7, and I am still learning, and I'm sure that when they get to 16 and 14, I'll still be learning, because parenting is one of those things that there's no booklet to say this is how you deal with this situation.
And even if there is, it doesn't mean it's gonna work.
Exactly. What I had to do with my two.
Yeah.
If I tell you what I had to do to get over some of the hurdles, you may try that and it doesn't work. Yeah. So we just have to get to know our children and see what works for them. My two boys, the same thing doesn't work with
they're
them.
different, even though
they're right. We have
children.
to just accept that we're dealing with little individuals,
little parts of yourself.
And can I tell you that the things that we cannot cope with the most is the parts of us
Yeah.
that come through with
Amen.
these children.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
You know, it's the things that we can't
I just said
that we
little part
can't
of
stand
us.
about
Like
ourselves.
I
Yes.
have a little us,
Whatever.
but I know my little us is going to come with one whole heap of things.
Amen.
So yes.
Oh my God. Yes.
But my
And-
question is,
Mhm.
because today we're looking at the things that we're going through as parents.
Listen, before I became a biological parent, I was a parent to many.
Right.
You know, I didn't even know that, you know, God would have really blessed me with my own, you know, but you don't have to.
All right, so I'm right. I'm
you're
on the
right,
right
yes,
track. All
yes,
right.
yes.
So today we're dealing with parenting issues because I myself have to deal with Aiden and Fiem. I myself have to deal with Daniel and Zion and Philip. Trust me. From them till now, I still I deal with them. So I am parent to all of their kids right here, yeah? So the question is, Nataki is facing, I don't know what phase of this
that's
parenting that
it.
she's in.
They have names for these things, but I don't know which one this is.
Right. So I want you to list some of the challenges that you're having as a parent, and I want to know if Lisa went through these challenges as well, and how did you cope? Because no, you graduate from parenting in a way, you know.
No,
Let me just dispel that. Because from the day you get pregnant until you die, you are a parent. Because when you're old and grey, it's still your parent.
Well, that is
your
true,
child.
especially the boys, because they're attached to
I
their
know.
mothers, right?
Jesus.
So tell me some of the challenges that you're having, Nataki.
All right. So as I said, my son is very clingy to me. Not so much to his father, but to me. And he wants all of my attention. And when I say all of my attention, I mean all of it. I must not pay attention to anything else. Before he was even able to speak, he was always wanting my attention. Of course, you know him bad, blue.
So how does this make you feel as a parent?
It is exhausting sometimes, to be honest, because Markio, there are times when it gives you this sense of pride and good feeling to say, okay, somebody needs me and somebody needs me to be there for them. But then when they need you all the time, right around the clock, it becomes, you know, you're tired. You don't have any time to think about yourself and what you need to do for you, you know, and so it kind of make you feel, you get flustered. I get flustered. I don't know about anybody else. I get flustered. I feel confused sometimes because, you know, there's just so much that I need to do for him, and sometimes I feel like I'm not getting it right. Right now, he's at the place where, as I said, he's expressing himself. He knows now how to express anger and sadness and all of that. And he is one of those children that, I'm telling you, he's going to verbalize and vocalize everything that's going on with him. And so right now, whenever things are not going his way, he says that I'm to blame. I didn't make whatever supposed to happen, and it's all my fault. If you try to tell him no, let's for example, he wants something, he's asking for something, you tell him no, me not play with you. And you're like, okay, what do you do? It's okay, it's fine. You don't have to play with me, it's fine. I'm saying no to you for this. And he will throw tantrums. He has gone through different, I mean, you've been there. He's gone through different phases of tantrum. He's gone from throwing himself on the floor. He's gone from, now he's at the place where he says, I'm not playing with you. Walks out of the room, walks away from you, goes into another room, and he's not speaking to you, according to him. And the next couple of minutes, he'll come back and say, I'm not playing with you again. And he's arguing. He's talking back. I don't understand. How does a 3-year-old talk back? He's talking back, so he's arguing with you, full on argument. He's 3.
Did you experience this, Lisa?
Alright, so I think most parents can honestly say that they would have experienced, even if not the same level, but some of this, in that we know that they go through the phase of no and the wise, you know, and unfortunately, what we classify as a terrible twos phase. You know, I went to a parenting seminar once, and the presenter had advised not to not to associate that negative term
To your child.
to the children wanting to explore. They're saying what we classify as terrible twos are just these babies exploring this world that they are in. You know, the child is in the crib and they see the curtain moving. They're now out of the crib, they're gonna go towards that curtain. Yes, they're gonna pull it down, it's gonna get torn or such, but they're just exploring. Exactly. So I would just say we have to, and I am learning to, Nataki, as much as you know, Nahesha is saying that I'm an expert. I am not. I have my shortcomings, you know. I have to sit back sometimes, you know, and say, okay, you're upset.
Yeah,
and this isn't helping the situation. So sit back, calm down. Then
and
you can go.
My reason for saying that you are an expert is because I would have seen you from the beginning of all of this, and I would have known when Lisa would have said, yo, no, I can't do this here, man. And the war, and Lisa literally a war with them, like, why you do that, and them a war back with you. And like me say, where you really change. So I don't know if you get something right. If you say, yo, I try this and this works, so here what? Not like you try that. Try that. Because if you try that, it work. Or even though we said that it's not one shirt fit all, right? But I would have I've seen growth in your parenting skills. So take it to it. I've seen growth, right? So yeah, that's what I call it.
Yeah, and you see,
but
one thing that she mentioned.
I think one thing that would have helped me is that I communicate with them. I allow them. So when them say I don't like you and all of that, I'm like, fine. That's how you're feeling now, and I have no issue with you expressing that. You understand? But when we all calm and think, we can go back and say, okay, so what did I do, you know, to make you feel that you don't like me? Because we know they say these things, but they don't mean
really
it.
mean it.
You know, they don't mean it. Yes.
Yeah, and you see, the truth about it is, you know, I know that, so for example, when Aidan is going off and saying, not playing with you, I know that, because I mean, as I said, him not stay away for long, he's coming right back. But the challenge I'm having is, in this phase, he's challenging me, and he's not listening to what I'm saying, and so I don't feel like I'm reaching him. So it's not like, so for example, as I said, he's asking for something and I tell him, no, you can't have this because so and so. He is arguing with me, and so I feel like he's not getting what I'm saying. And so
he's not getting it.
He's gonna do it again.
And you know, Nataki, if he's around another child, you know how you're gonna know that he's getting it? When he's around another child and you hear him saying the same things that you said to him.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And I think that was a big turnaround point for me.
Okay.
When well, I have the two, right? So I would hear Daniel saying some things to Zion, and I'm like, one of them something he said to Daniel all the time, and him can't hear. So he must have said to him, little brother, you know,
because he didn't hear you.
Zion, you cannot touch that because
yes, and
know
them get it.
Yes, at that point, I'm like, okay, so I am not being ignored.
Yeah,
he actually heard you.
It's it's there. You understand? But they test you. They test you. They test you. They test you. They test you, and we have to pass.
So I'm holding on to something that you said earlier. You said that, you know, we have to try and step away in the moment when you're upset, because that is one of my challenges. As he asked about the challenge, and I mentioned to you that it's exhausting, and in the moment when I'm telling him something and he is doing whatever he's doing, and I get upset, because them talk about corporal punishment. Me and you, I don't know how much you guys grew up with your parents giving you a
man, I guess
slap or whatever, fling something off for your
slap
head.
is putting it mildly for
right?
some.
and they don't wash it.
Yeah, you're gonna get something fling off for you, or something, you get some kind of beating or something because you talk back to mommy, or you do something where mommy say you're not to do, right? And so because of that, that's how we grow. And so immediately when my child does something, that's the first thing that pops in my head. So just give me a slap and say, go sit on one side. Mark you, I'm trying now to do it differently, because okay, we are learning that that is not necessarily the best way. And of course I don't want him to, because I grew up being very much afraid of getting beaten to the point where it made me nervous.
Yeah.
I used to pee up myself every time my father called me and I think I'm beaten. Me pee up myself. We just stand up.
And it forces children to lie, you know, and they grow up with this fear because they don't want to get in trouble, so they lie about a situation.
Everything, yeah, that's true.
You know,
and so I
say,
wanted not to have him having that same kind of feeling, you understand me? But sometimes he gets so upset and it's like, so instead of hitting him, what I'm doing, and I know it's wrong, sometimes I'm yelling at him, I'm shouting at him for whatever reason. And my child is a sponge. If I yell at him, he's yelling at me. He's gonna yell back at me because that's what you're doing. And he told his grandmother the other day, my mommy is bad because she shouts at me when she angry.
So I went through that same thing with Daniel. I would be so upset with Daniel that I'd be shouting at Daniel. And I realized that he was shouting whenever he was talking to me. So I was like, all right then. No communication now take place, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Everybody shouting.
And that is it. That's why I say you have to just take yourself away. He's upset. He's upset, you know, Nataki. And you may not see why God's hurt this boy upset. Where am I upset about? But he's upset.
When you're trying to just talk to him.
He's upset. And then you are getting upset because you can't understand why he's upset.
Right.
And you want this and I said no. So the best thing to just step away.
Yeah.
Because with both of you being upset, nothing is
We're not gonna
getting
get
through.
anywhere. Yeah, that's
Nothing
true.
is getting through. So when you would have calmed down and he would have calmed down, you can come and say, Aiden, why
yeah, whatever it is.
why were you being like that? What did I do? You're saying he keeps saying that it's your fault and such. Ask him, why is it my fault? What should I have done differently?
You see?
Because we
I'm a good
we
advisor.
don't no we
said
don't
something like that to her the other day.
we don't give these children as much credit as they
Yeah, that's
deserve, you
true.
know.
And don't give them a voice. We don't believe that.
Right,
But
and
it
we
goes back
want
to what I was saying.
confident children. We want our
Yes,
children to grow
yes.
up being confident. You know, we don't want them to be unsure of themselves
Right.
and then be easily led and all of that. So we have to give them that opportunity
Yes.
from
That's
now.
true. That's true.
You know, so that's what
That's
I
true.
would suggest. Take yourself away from the situation when you are both calm. Ask him what it is that he wants you to do. And if it is a case where he wants something and the answer is no,
Still no.
tell him why the no and tell him what he can get as an alternative.
Right. Okay.
You know,
Alright.
because
Alright, that makes sense.
those are some of the tips that I would have picked up
Okay,
over the
along way.
years, and I am trying to work with those tips, and as you hear,
Yes.
some of them have borne fruit.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense. So,
Before I go further, the moment changes. No, moment not change. Here?
Bye.
children.
Alright, so we're gonna move on to a second challenge that you might be facing, Nataki, because I know that you have quite a few, and I would have known because you would have voiced them to me. And mind you, I have Aiden sometimes, and I would have gone through some of it, but guess what? 5 o'clock come, I'm gone, so I'm good. I'm good. So guess what? When we have Aiden or even Daniel and Zion, we just go say, alright, count down to when the parents come. We're not gonna even in an argument. Count down till the parents come. So now teach me to the off deal with my opinion, you know, because all me deal with it now is just coping till you're not confident.
Right, but as a parent, nobody's coming for the
Right.
yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you know, when I look at it, sometimes it ties right back into it. Sometimes I wonder what is the best way to discipline a child, right? You don't want to be beating them and stuff. And the other day I was telling Nahesha that I did something that like a second after I did it, because I was saying, okay, I'm scolding the child, you want to slap him. But after I did it, like immediately after, I probably even, while me I do it, something I said to me, say, no, don't do that. And trust me, can I tell you that right now, my son, with all in wonderfulness, is reminding me every minute that I did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I am having a challenge deciding how to discipline my child. So for example, you know, it's something that he knows that he's not supposed to do, and you want to I don't know if punish is the right term to use. You just want to discipline the child to let them know that,
So
okay,
before
when you
Lisa
speak, you are
answers,
serious.
I'm going to remind Lisa of a situation where I was in her vehicle one day, and I don't remember if it was one or both of the boys were in the car, and you were telling me something about, I don't know whose child you were telling me about, and you say you had to tell them, don't shout like that. I make that Zion around there, a playing game, you know, I'm here Zion, but mommy, you shout at us. I'm like, Lisa, yeah, Jesus. And she's like, yes, Zion, I know, but yes, mommy, but, and Zion is very, very argumentative.
Yes,
Just like Ada.
yes.
Right,
yes.
so I know that Lisa would have gone through some of these things, so I guess Lisa can answer and tell you how.
And one thing that I did with the boys, and I still encourage them to do, I let them know that I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yes, I'm an adult, I'm their parent, I would have been around for, you know, many years before they, you know, came along. However, I am not perfect.
Right.
And as such, if I have done something that they see as being wrong, let me know.
Yeah.
Because Nataki, I can tell you, I apologize to my boys, you know.
Yes.
We
We
feel
have to
more
know.
clapping.
Even
Yeah.
without,
Yeah,
no,
it's
man.
true. I
Even
do that too,
without them
because you
coming
have
to
to let
me.
them know that, okay,
Mommy did something wrong.
and not just that it's because you want to teach them that they're supposed to apologize.
Yeah,
How do you
exactly.
do that? But
And
to
that
do
is
it yourself.
perfectly normal to mess up.
Right. Because I mean, I remember as you said that, you know, I was laughing because I was in the bathroom. I gave Aidan his toothbrush and I put my toothpaste on it. So he put the toothbrush in his mouth and he said, "Mommy, this burning me." So immediately I realized what I did. And so I said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Aidan, I made a mistake." For the whole week. Daddy, Mommy made a mistake.
Because we want to be perfect. I can tell you, you know, I'm a wannabe perfectionist.
No, you're OCD. Say it clear and loud and clear.
It's
Oh,
just
Lord.
mild. It's mild. It's very mild, right? Very mild. But you know, I used to be very hard on myself in the earlier years. Very hard on myself. You know, I was like, you know, Shelly, you've been there.
Yeah.
You know, I was
Especially
saying,
with the first child. Yeah.
what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is he not listening? Why is he not cooperating? No, I must be doing something wrong. But you know, when, you know, what caused me to realize that it's not necessarily me. Maybe, yes, some of how I was doing things wasn't the right
'cause we're not
way.
perfect, as you said.
Right, but I recognized when I had conversations with other parents.
Yeah.
And I realized that they were having the same challenges I was having. So it's
Yeah.
not my pitney alone that will listen when me talk to him. And if me slap him, it no make no difference.
Yes.
And if me say go over in the naughty corner, it no make no difference. So I was like, okay, I am not alone in this boat.
Yeah.
You understand? And that is what
That's why
us
it's good
as
to talk
parents
sometimes.
have to
Yeah.
recognize that, listen, we are not alone.
That's true.
And we have to like find other parents. You understand? Find other persons that are raising children, have raised children.
Yes.
You know, and talk to them. Sometimes I'm not even off it, like giving not tips per se, like say, Nataki, I think this is what you should do.
Yeah,
but
because
them
the
just
fact that you
relating
know,
their
yes, the fact that
experiences.
you know that you're
know,
not
they
going
can
through this
say,
alone.
you know, when did I raise John? John did do this and whatever. And I tell you, say you must do that, you know, but them just relating a story and you pick up
You can relate to
something from that story,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah,
we just
definitely.
have to be willing to share our experiences, you know,
Yeah.
and share what works.
And the thing is, I look at it too, and I'm saying, you know, because I was even saying, I was looking at some parenting tips, advice that they give online as to, you know, best practices. And I was saying to Nahesha, Jesus, please, I am failing
As a parent.
as an effective parent, because yes, I know I'm a parent and I do my best to give my child the best. But as you said, you know you're not perfect, because sometimes you make mistakes and you know when you make the mistake, right? And you know when you do something wrong. Because like as I said, I decided that, okay, the naughty corner wasn't enough, so I was going to lock Aiden in his room. And now, him still a say,
You're not
You're
in
locked
my
him in
room.
the room.
you're bad because you locked me in the room.